So everyone, Comic Real Vision here. It's been a while. I've not opened my camera for my own face and making a bunch of videos about, I think only one, about Cobra Kai theory. I'm going to say that's only a joke, right? So don't take it too seriously. so so this is time I just after eat my lunch, so I feels my stomach very full. And as you know of my several my one of video before this, I say that after I eat I usually don't feel comfortable to sit down on chair because I feel my body feel really full, and I feel like to move stand up and talk like this. So before this, I before I make this video, I talk to my only myself, and I'm ask myself why I don't I make this video like. So I decided to put my phone on this, the place I put my phone to record my videos. So let's get started, right? So now I'm gonna talk about any kind of body transformations or body goals, or you know any kind of why people's doing workouts, right? So as well as I know, people's workout for health is completely wrong. Come on, let's be honest, man. All of us want to work out just because we want to have a good looking body, right? Not for health, of course, not for health. We want to impress chicks, we want to impress girls, we want to impress ourselves, of course. We want to impress our friends, and our friends feels like, wow, right? Look at your abs, whoa, your triceps, your biceps, um your back, your straight back, your muscular body. I mean, everyone impressed, and girl likes woo, right? Whatever. But I'm I'm agree with the opinion is when everyone says that people's workout for health is wrong. I agree with that. But at the same time, I don't agree with people that thinks that people's only work out only for body goals. I not agree to. I'm not agree of that two statement. Maybe you say that if I don't agree that with that one statement, let's just talk about the one statement about workout for health is wrong, and then I think that's workout for only for body transformation, the body goals is right. No, I disagree with that two statement at the same time. Why? Because much of people that only work out for body transformation or body goals or whatever you call it, they are only workout and not stay consistent. Let's just say I 1 year ago, I on April, on when I just turned 16 years old, I got my first abs. I'm really impressed about myself, and um, my dad is impressed too, and my brother told me that, whoa, how can I, yeah, just like that, right? Not they not say completely like that, really like that, but just I just express what they expressed at that time, and also impressed about myself. I I the funny thing is I look at the mirror and see my stomach, see my toned abs almost more than 3 minutes. And if I remember at that time, I feels like, oh man, I'm really stupid, really dumb, man. I spent my whole minutes of my life just to see all my abs on on the mirror, or on that the phone I use, and I use a selfie camera, not to shoot on my face but to my stomach, to my abs. I feel really stupid if I remember at that time, but at that time I feel really impressed. I feel that's not stupid, I feel that's not funny, I feel that, whoa man, I'm really proud of myself at that time. But kind of 3 months later, let's just say on July, I'm not as shredded as before. Even as now, even I think I getting my body fat is increased this time, and I accept that. I'm not give up. I I still work out. I still going to be even becomes better than before, and I think I'm stronger, but I'm I don't really strong at running again, but because I think my body fat is increased, my heart rate is decreased, but my triceps or biceps or and muscle is getting bigger, but my run is become slower than before, but I can do push-ups more reps than before too, but it's decreased and increased some days or some months or some kind of times. So what can we learn with my by my experience 1 year ago until now? So that makes me think that the opinion about people that work out only for body transformation is wrong too, because they are not stay consistent, especially if you are not work, you're not your job is not really going to straight point to bodybuilding, and of course I don't really interested about that. I don't really interested into showing off my body to everyone. That's I don't know. I feel so disgusting if I experience myself do that, or even I not really not feel you know amazed when I see any kind of bodybuilders show their bodies, and they are bulked and but shredded at the same time. No, I don't really impressed at that time. But at that time on April, that back when I was just turned 16 years old, I searched any kind of videos on any kind of pics and any kind of image of someone who's more shredded than me, of course, because that's the first time I got my first abs. That's not got abs, but it's more like my body fat is reduced to 11% maybe, because as well as I know people's their abs getting more look, I mean more seen is when their body fat is 11 years old, and I mean 11%, right? But now, yeah, my body fat increased, but and my side body I think is becomes stretchy and becomes not as ripped as before, not as um, you know um, uh, like, or not as toned as before, but I still have it. I guess body, but I have one answer that maybe you question me. If you talk about body informations, why I don't, why I mean you as I, right? I don't show my body because once I upload my videos when I work out, shirtless, I see my comment section is unseen. It's not activated, but as well as I know, I don't non-active my comment section, no. So that's time I feel a little bit panic, because I think from security, YouTube is things I don't I have no right to do that, so I decided to delete that video. So I think some of you can tell can tell me if what's wrong with that, because I'm really but I confusion, but because many of calisthenic videos with shirtless, they are shirtless and doing workout, but they don't have any kind of problems with that. But why my comment section is non-active, I don't know. That time I delete my video because I'm scared, I'm afraid, I'm afraid if I get into a problem, and I have to um put a little bit of my money to, or much, to the privacy, to the security from YouTube. I don't know. So I deleted video. So I think you can answer my question, why when I shirtless on my videos, my comment section is inactive. So that's the reasons when I do workout or I talk about body goals or body transformation or any kind of calisthenics or body stuff like that, I don't show my body because I don't really I think I'm afraid if I get into problems from YouTube security, right? So back to my story until now again. So I'm still workout, but I my running is slower, of course, and my time to running is um, getting more little and little and little because I have a a school assessment and I have any kind of works and whatever. So what I learned is do that workout as habit, you know, right? As a habit, as routine, not not motivation, not discipline too, but as a habit and personality. Think about that. Work your workout as your own personality, right? Because personality is rest. I mean, most of our habits, yeah, habit and personality. Because most of our habits are becomes rest until the rest of our lives, right? Except the physical ability, of course, because we're getting older and our physical abilities becomes weaker. And actually, I'm not old, so I don't really experience. I don't. I haven't experienced that. How that feels. But I mean, personality, the way you talk, the way you feel, the way you talk to anyone, it's kind of hard to change, right? Even if you are getting older too. Even when I, until now I'm 17 years old, there's any kind of my personality that little bit change when when I was little until now. Just like before I haven't do any kind of fab, and until I discover about fab, and until I discover about no fab, yeah, just keep walking, just walking through of our lives and stay learning, right? Because we are learning for the rest of our life. I know, right? That right. So there are also many kinds of personality change. I'm I don't actually feel introvert back in the day when I wasn't hit puberty yet. I'm extrovert, but I'm actually little bit kind of like of, I'm sorry, autism, like autism. I, I'm I'm really I little bit dare enough to brave enough to say about this because I experienced the same thing too. Some of my friends told me I'm a kind of autism, and I just, yeah, of course, I don't know. And at that time I becomes angry. And there is any kind of experience I learned when I wasn't hit puberty until now. The first about reaction when I get provocated. Back in the day before I wasn't hit puberty yet, people call me fat, and actually I'm fat at that time. People call me freak, and actually I'm freak at that time. And the stupidly thing I have done when I haven't hit puberty yet, when I was in elementary school, is I angrily towards them. I hit everyone. Actually I don't really have kind of martial arts so experience, or I don't have any kind of good experience of fighting, so I lose to anyone, to everyone else. I don't know if there is any kind of rematch fight now or is going to run, because I've got a lot through of workout, but not fight. So I don't think so. That's also one things when I get my body transformations now. I feel like,